Carol Dweck is an American psychologist. Dweck is well known for her work on the fixed mindset versus the growth mindset. Here is how Dweck describes the difference between these two mindsets and how they impact your performance. In a fixed mindset, students believe their basic abilities, their intelligence, their talents are just fixed traits. They have a certain amount and that's that. And then their goal becomes to look smart all the time and never look dumb. In a growth mindset, students understand that their talents and abilities can be developed through effort, good teaching, and persistence. They don't necessarily think everyone's the same or anyone can be Einstein, but they believe everyone can get smarter if they work at it. A growth mindset is a psychological trait that all successful people appear to have in common. People with a growth mindset believe intelligence and skill in any field can be developed through effort, meaning that anyone can nurture their abilities in anything. This concept has been co-assigned by many companies, and they use it as a criteria of recruiting potential candidates. People with a growth mindset tend to be more resilient, which allows them to overcome challenging and difficult situations, as failure isn't a setback for someone with a growth mindset. They are less afraid of taking risks, meaning that they prioritize improvements over stagnation. A person with a growth mindset believes that they are in a state of plasticity and transformation, so they don't attach their identity to their results. Instead, they focus on the process and learning. If someone has a fixed mindset, they would believe that no matter how much time and effort they put into something, they cannot gain any more intelligence on it, nor better any skills. No matter whether a fixed mindset person is naturally clever or not, they believe that they can't change. This would suggest that nurturing the brain by practicing will not help in any way. However, people with a fixed mindset do strive for success. It's just that, above all, they try to avoid failure, unlike a person with a growth mindset would, as they would see it as a challenge and a way of learning something new. A person with a fixed mindset doesn't want to challenge themselves, because they believe talent and intelligence are fixed. So if they fail something, they will take it personal and feel it was an insult to them as a person. To them, lack of knowledge is an indicator of stupidity. Carol Dweck has elaborated an important point and said being either a person with a fixed or growth mindset are not two separate entities. We can also use the two different mindsets in different situations. In some areas of life, we may operate with a growth mindset, and other times we may operate with a fixed mindset. Imagine it like two pairs of glasses. Some people wear the growth glasses more, and others wear the fixed glasses more. But we should aim to wear the growth glasses more. Now let's move on to the tips that will help you develop a growth mindset. Step 1. Realize that you have the ability and power to improve. This might seem obvious, but it's one of the first things you need to do to develop a growth mindset. Neuroscience has helped further our knowledge in that. Our brains are very malleable, and by training our brain, we can grow and improve it. Step 2. Stop the fixed mindset inner voice. Have you ever thought, I can't do this, and you still proceed, but when you fail, you end up blaming yourself? You can't really stop the inner voice, but you can control it. You need to try and realize when it's happening and look for triggers. Try to flip negative thinking into positive thinking. For example, instead of saying, I can't do better, try saying, I can always improve, or I can do this if I put in the effort. Step 3. Reward the process. We have been brought up being praised for our talents. Although this seems nice, it can actually worsen your work ethic. Instead, praise the process. Reward yourself for the effort you've put in, not the results that you've received. Carol Dweck did a study on this, where she rewarded effort over results on a maths game, and found that it improves performance. Step 4. Push the limits. A comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. So if you want to have a growth mindset, you've got to push your own boundaries and progressively set new limits. When faced with a new challenge, always choose the harder option, or the one you can grow most from. Step 5. Embrace your imperfections. Hiding from your weaknesses means you'll never overcome them. Acknowledge that you have weaknesses and see them as an opportunity to learn and grow. Nobody is perfect, and everyone has something they can improve on. These are going to take time to practice and implement into your life. Don't be too hard on yourself during the process. A person's mindset and attitude towards life strongly influences behaviors, choices, and ideas. What do you think of the fixed versus growth mindset? Share your thoughts in the comments below.